Hello. Hi. Hello, Mato and Teeny and Kage. Hi, guys. How you doing? How's it going? Hi, Teeny. Kaiju number 8, I have heard so many good things about. It is very high up there on the backlog list. As is Dandadan. God, I need to read and or watch Dandadan. Jesus Christ, how have I not gotten to that yet? I have my Dandadan. Yeah. I have a backlog that is constantly added to and very rarely removed from. Stuff taken off. I don't know. You know what I mean. I'm really bad at actually going through my backlog and watching the things that are on it. It's a problem. It's so funny and weird. Yeah, that's why I want to see it. The fight scene for Hoshino was awesome. I don't know who that is, but hell yeah. I will say, as far as anime I've watched recently, I did over the weekend, like the day it dropped on Saturday, I watched One Piece fan letter, and god damn, it nearly made me cry. If you like One Piece, and you have gotten up to the Marineford War, right? Especially if you've gotten to, the time skip and everything in One Piece, I am begging you to go watch One Piece fan letter if you haven't already. Holy shit. It tugged at my heart in a way I did not expect, and frankly I should have, because it's Oda. It's so good. It's so good. We have this world and we have this world and we have these people that we follow through it with, and they're real strong and they have superpowers. And what about everyone else? Fan letter is just, what if we took a step back and we looked at everyone else? Because that's who we are as the viewers, right? We're the everyone else. We're the normal fucking people watching this shit happen and going, yeah. like I genuinely, and this is going to sound so goddamn sappy and stupid, but I genuinely think going through One Piece for so long, I genuinely think it has helped me, find ways to relate to people better than I would have otherwise. I honest to God think it makes me a better person to other people. Which is a silly thing to say about the funny pirate show, but it's so good. I mean it. Like, I'm dead serious. So much of One Piece is a combination of you matter, your dreams matter, you can animate. I'm talking about One Piece. I'm yapping about One Piece again. But you matter. Your dreams matter. You can accomplish the things that you want to do, and you should believe in yourself. But then at the same time, other people matter. Other people's dreams matter. They can accomplish things. They should believe in themselves. And it's so, God. Read, watch, however you wish to partake. Take in One Piece. Let One Piece into your life. I am right now I am the door-to-door evangelist knocking, saying, "Hi, have you seen One Piece?" It will make you a better friend. Oh God, above my pay grade. Legit. God. Gah. One Piece is too good. Ever heard of Prima Doll? It's AKM. I have not. I do not do a whole lot of stuff with dolls, unfortunately. In fact, I do have my collection of China dolls, but I haven't added to that in a long time because China dolls are expensive. They're expensive if you want a nice one. So, and also I haven't been able to display them for a long time because I haven't had the space, which is unfortunate because they're pretty and I like them and I want to display them. I just have nowhere to put them and it sucks. They spency. They do be spency. They do be spency. My very first one was a gift from my grandparents. It was like a hand-me-down. And I was obsessed after that. Honestly, almost all of the China dolls that I have are actually like gifts or hand-me-downs. One of them I bought myself, and I bought it at the Ren Fair, and it's a little fairy with like a green dress and green wings, and the way that she's set up is that she's attached to a little swing because you're supposed to hang the swing, and that's how you display her. She doesn't just sit. She doesn't just sit on a shelf or something. You have to hang her from something. And she's so cute. They're all so cute, and I love them so much, and people are just like, what the fuck do you mean you like China dolls? They're creepy. I'm like, no, they're not. No, they're not. They're good. Some of them can be spooky, though. I will admit, some of them can be creepy, but not mine. Mine are good. They are not haunted, probably, but if they are haunted, they're very polite about it. They don't throw things. They have been sitting in the bin packed with towels so they won't be damaged for years at this point. And they haven't caused any trouble despite that. So if they're haunted, they are very polite about it, and I appreciate it. I meant to say anime, I accidentally entered by accident. Oh, that's what you meant. That's what you meant. I have not heard of the Prima Doll anime either. I thought it was a ball-jointed doll brand, because there are a few of those. I'm aware that there are multiple brands for ball-jointed dolls, because a while back, my feed just randomly gave me a bunch of videos on doll customization. I was just like, oh shit, this is actually very relaxing. This is really nice to just have on in the background. This is super nice, actually. We have a whole ideology around that. Yeah! How if you love something for long enough, it becomes alive. There's a manga series that I never hear anybody talk about that I remember reading in high school because one of my friends just happened to have the first couple volumes of it and I don't have it. I don't remember if she ever gave it to me or if she just got rid of it. Because when she was downsizing her manga collection, she just kind of threw a good chunk of it at me, which at the time I was like, hell yeah, more manga. And then later I was like, fuck, I don't know where to store this manga. And then the great manga collection purge happened. That still makes me sad because some of the stuff that got sold was stuff that I really liked, but you know, it happens. So it goes. There are some things that I'm really glad I didn't get rid of from that. Like I kept my Ultimo mangas, which is good because you don't see those in stores anymore. How can I hold all this manga, baby Maya? Teeny, when I tell you that I had 3 extra large bins full, like crammed full, and I'm moving into a I'm going to college. I have a dorm apartment. I'm moving out into a 1-bedroom apartment with another human being who has their own stuff. It was not ideal. Those shits were heavy. I had to push them up the stairs. I had to push them up 3 flights of stairs. I believe you 1000%. Kagi's the same way. She has giant shelves. I want giant shelves. I want giant shelves. I want floor to, well, no, not floor to ceiling because then I can't reach the top. Unless I get the fun rolling ladder from libraries and stuff. We're cooking. Wall shelf, maybe. Perhaps. Honestly, once I get my own place, I'm gonna want to get some furniture anyway. Like I have, here's the nice thing, right? Whenever I get my own place again, I already have a bed. I already have my computer, obviously. I already have a desk. I already have a chair. I already have a TV. I already have a TV stand. I already have a dresser. I already have a small little storage shelf thing for stuff like my art supplies and my electronic stuff, like all my cords and my candles and such. Like I have basic furniture already. I have a couch. I have a couch already. So like I have all the basic furnishings already handled. And at that point, I can see how much space I have left and perhaps go thrifting. and perhaps find myself a nice big shelf to display so many books. I have most of the books that I have left out. I do have some that are packed away still. I think I have over 200 physical manga. Kage, I wish I still did. The shelves I have are in sets of 9 and grids. That sounds nice, yeah. I wish I still had all my manga. Because I had some deep cuts in there. And they're good. They are good. Fridge, washing machine, shelves, candles. What? The thing, Solar, also hi Solar. The thing, Solar, is that in the US, generally speaking, you're going, unless you are buying a house and the people that live there already took all of their appliances, if you move into somewhere like an apartment, there's already a fridge. There's already a stove and an oven. There's already a washer dryer, either in the unit or a communal one in the building. A lot of that comes with it, so I just gotta worry about other furnishings. Shelves and like the shelf for my candles was something I already had. I needed that for organization. Unknown, why the hell are you asking about that? My opinion is that it's shit. There you go. My opinion is fuck that. What are you doing? What are you doing, Unknown? I get that you like being given attention and everything, but this is not the way. There's a stove at mine, but the washer and fridge are mine. Oh, see, I have not had to buy a washer or fridge or anything like that. Luckily, because that shit's expensive. I am not yet a homeowner. I have not had to buy my own yet. Thank God. Maybe one day I will rebuild my collection. I know, icky. Yeah. Perhaps one day I will rebuild my collection. Perhaps. Oh, right, I was gonna look up this one manga I was thinking of. Hang on, let me see if I can find this. Manga... Is this the one? Is this the one? Is this one? No, I don't think it is. I don't know if it is. Ooh, wait! Wait, did I find it? Wait, shit, did I find it? Oh my god, I fucking did! Oh my god, I fucking did! Yo! Oh my god! Yay! Yay! Vague Google search go. What's it called? It's called Nui! N as in Nancy, U as in umbrella, I as in igloo with an exclamation point. It's called Nui. It's about this kid who finds out that her 3 most beloved stuffed animals have come to life through the power of her loving them enough to do that. And then there's just shit going down around the town. Like I remember one of the single chapter arcs was there's like weird shit happening in town around this one family restaurant. Said family restaurant out front of it has had for years a big stuffed scarecrow doll just sitting there, and all the kids in the neighborhood is just like, oh man, it's the scarecrow, we love him. And because of all of their collective affection for this scarecrow doll, it came to life and didn't know what it was doing because it hadn't been alive before, and that's where all the weird stuff around the town was happening. Or was coming from, rather. Here, I'm showing you guys the, I'm showing you guys the cover of this. It is so cute. It is such a good series. Also, I just want to point out, that sounds cute, it's adorable, but it's also a little bit of a battle series, if I'm remembering correctly, because it has been forever since I've gotten to read this thing. Hang on, let me image, okay, toy fight night, yes, but also, here, there it is. This is Nui. This is it. This is it. This is the series. You should, if you get the chance to look into it, you should, because it's super fun and super cute. And also, the 3 main stuffed animals, through the power of their humans' love for them, they get upgrades. Not permanent upgrades, temporary upgrades, where they turn into pretty boys. I'm not kidding. they can just turn into bishies. Because that's the era that this manga is from. Hey, yo, I found a picture. Hold. Yup. Let me. This is Nui and he is my bishi. Well, the guy that's on the front there is named Purple. You gotta remember, this is a child that owns him. Ah, it's small. But like, you can definitely tell the era. You can definitely tell the era that the series is from. But they turn into this. It's the little monster guy. She has a dog one and one that's like a horse or something like, or no, he's a fish. He's not a horse, he's a fish. The horse came in later. Like, you can tell the era of shoujo manga that this is from. Where everything has to turn into a cute boy. So yes, that is Nui. That is Nui. That is Mama randomly remembered a thing that exists, and you should go look it up because it's a cool thing. It's a deep cut. That is me yelling about a deep cut that I randomly remember, because I found a lot of just random manga that somehow got translated and published properly and everything. And then some that was like scanlations, because back in the day it was like the Wild West of finding scanlations online, and the internet at my school was not prepared and did not know what could be found. So I would literally in like homeroom or study period or whatever, we had laptops that we could use, and I would get a laptop and I'd go to a desk and I'd look up a scanlation website, and whatever website it was that I used at the time is no longer around. I don't remember the name of it now, but it had a random picker option, so you could just click a button and it would just load up a random fucking series. And that is how I found out about Saikon no Quasar, which is, if you don't know, not great to read in school. And it was just there, and I was just like, oh, It's a good series though. It's pretty good. It's a little fucked up. It's good though. Yeah, that's how I found out about that one. There was a cooking competition one specifically about curry that I don't remember the name of. What else? What else is another weird one that I know? Oh, Venus versus Virus. I still remember the name of that because it stood out. Do you want toxic monster hunting Yuri? Read Venus versus Virus. That sounds fun too. Yeah. But yeah, if you want kinda toxic Yuri that also fights monsters, Venus versus Virus. I do want Dune Monster Fucker. I watched the trailer that you sent earlier, Teeny. It looks really good. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that girl that I'm assuming is a mermaid or a siren or some shit. But I'm excited to see how this other girl hides her bodies. It supposedly is real good. Honestly, that's what all the comments I was seeing about it was saying. Where it was just like, it was just like, oh, she eats them. Oh, she just eats all. Well, then there's nothing to clean up. Perfect. But yeah, all of the comments were just like, holy shit, this is getting an adaptation. Awesome. So I'm looking, that's going on the list. That's already on the backlog. Blah, blah, blah. Words are hard. See, this is the problem with my backlog. I don't leave myself enough time to make any headway on it. And then more things come out that I want to watch. And then the backlog slowly gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and I suffer a lot. You really gonna go into the sea to find them? The sea's haunted like the moon. The sea might be haunted worse than the moon. we don't know what's down there. You kidding me? This is why I want to make a cursed banner. Do it. Do it, Solar. Do it. You have a week. You have a week to make it and post it. There's only a week left. So true, the sea's worse. Yeah. Here's your reminder. Oh shit, I need to finish drawing. Yup. Here is your reminder that if you want to submit something that could potentially be my Twitter and Blue Sky banner for the rest of the year, or vote on what could be, get in my Discord. There's only a week left. It's only until the morning of Halloween. I start suffering on Halloween. You better be there. You better do it. Otherwise, you're gonna be kicking yourself like, man, I could have bullied Mama. And I'd be like, yeah, you coulda. But you didn't join the Discord. So true. Yeah. 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 I need to do research because I rarely see Harmony streaming except after really bad insomnia hours. Yeah, Harmony has not been able to stream a whole lot because she has a million things going on IRL right now. You have a Discord? I do. Hello, Zexu. I do. Here, it's ! Discord for the link. I can do it. Oh, Teeny's got it. Teeny is a step ahead. Teeny's got this. Teeny is so good at being a mod. Thank you, Teeny. I appreciate it. But yeah, I have a Discord. You can join whenever you want. It's chill. We hang out. We talk about stupid stuff. I be a silly dingus doing my modly duties. I 100% read that as moldy duties. And I was like, Teeny, what mold related duties are you fulfilling today? Are you okay? Hold up, BRB. Zexu is joining. Haha. Some mold is good. Some mold. Like cheese. Cheese mold is good. Although I do not like blue cheese. I have tried it. I have tried blue cheese. Not my thing. Cause see, my brain is stupid, right? And if I have a dairy product that tastes kind of sour, but like after a certain level of sour, like blue cheese, or weirdly enough, Greek yogurt, like not when it's in a smoothie, just like if I take a spoonful of Greek yogurt, it has that kind of sour taste because it doesn't have as much sugar in it. And my brain immediately goes, oh, that's spoiled. And I go, no, it's not. It's supposed to be like this. And my brain goes, are you sure? Because that tastes like it will kill you. And I went, well, fuck. And then I have to throw it out. Yummy, hi. Love you, sweetie. Hello. Hi, sweetheart. How you doing, honey? How you doing? See, now I'm using all the pet names because I was told I was loved. Shit. I'm easy. Not the sour taste, I perish. Yeah, like I love sour things, but if a dairy product specifically is a little too sour tasting, my brain immediately decides, nope, that is spoiled rotten and it's gross and will make you sick. And I just have to get rid of it because I can't get past that and it sucks. It sucks. Blah. Sour candy, not the same as dairy sour. Exactly. Sour candy, fine. A pudding that is lemon flavored and a little tart because of that, perfectly fine. That's taken care of. Yay! Welcome in, Zexu. Welcome. I will stay on this hill. Yeah. No, there are like 3 different kinds of sour. Or at least 3 different sources of sour, if I remember correctly. It's like, oh god, what are they called? There's the sour citrus, there's citric acid, there's, okay, now I have to Google this because it's gonna bother me because I'm not remembering it right. What are the 3 sources of sour? Yeah, it's organic acid, tartaric acid, and inorganic acid. So it's like you have your citrus stuff. But yeah, it's like you have your fruit stuff, you have like your citric stuff, you have your other fruit stuff, and then you have your we made this thing sour stuff. Like technically, hydrochloric acid is sour. Which is weird, right? There we go, the 3 classes of sour, that's what it's called. Yeah, the 3 classes, like tangy, tart, and sour. No, that isn't what I'm looking for either. What the fuck? There we go. Wait, really? Am I stupid? I might just be dumb and missing what this is. Because I saw it in like a thing forever ago, and now I can't fucking remember. But yeah, there's like sour from citrus, sour from fermentation, and sour from something else. I don't know. I don't remember. This is bothering me. This is going to bother me for a while. Where do I post duck pictures? There are a couple channels that would work for that. You have photo share. You have other share. You have good vibes if the duck is a good vibe. Lots of options. If it is a drawing of a duck, there is art share. Lots of places to post ducks. Lots of places to post ducks. Ducks are good. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I just went on an absolute tangent because I'm just like, I saw this. I saw this forever ago. And I don't remember now, but I thought it was cool, so I retained some of it. It's one of those things where it's like, my memory is stupid, right? Let me just be honest. My memory is stupid because I can't remember phone numbers or dates. But I can remember that Barney's favorite kind of bread is pumpernickel, which I learned in elementary school, and it has not left my brain since. And yet, heaven forbid, I memorize my own family members' phone numbers. I don't know what to do. I forget where I park, but I remember the Latin word for pudding is placenta. I can't remember where I left my car, but I remember that. That's not useful info. It's not! Most of the information that I retain is completely useless to everyday life. And I can't do anything about it. Does Harmony have a waifu or husbando for completely innocent reasons? Thancred. Thancred from Final Fantasy XIV. Thancred from Final Fantasy XIV. She's a Thancred girly. Oh, yes, she does. Yup. Yeah. I took the pictures myself. Yay, good job. That's awesome. Then yeah, you can put that in photo share, good vibes. You can. I trust your judgment. I believe in you. I will look at the pictures later. She loves that sad, broody single dad. She does. God, she does. She absolutely does. Hello, Mama. Hello, Shucks. You're just in time. We've been yapping. We've been yapping about a lot of things. We have run the gamut of potential topics. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, man. The fanfics. The fanfic. I need to find it because she sent it to me and I think it got buried because then we're talking about other stuff. I thought Bracken for some weird reason. I don't. I know that there are people who have feelings about Lethal Company Bracken. I don't know if Harmony is one of them. I don't know off the top of my head. Still sick plus other sick. Shucks, you were supposed to get better, not double down. The hell? I am going to give your immune system a good talking to because what the fuck? I hope you feel better soon. I'm so sorry. I hope you're resting as much as you can. That sucks. I blame the universe. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. I want to double check because I was like, I haven't seen Harmony play Lethal Company. Oh, we did do it before. Harmony, Teeny, me, and Ven. That was when we had the fun anime girl mod where we get to be our own models. That's how we tested it. We decided to stream it and it was super fun. Yeah, it's so fun. Yeah. It's so funny too because you just see like Harmony in her cute little rainbow dress with her giant drill pigtails that are hot pink and she just gets grabbed by the ghoulies and ragdolls down the hallway. We're just like, ah, at least we know who's dead. Played Lethal Company with Harmony too, didn't I? Or was Harmony not on that one? Wait, I'm thinking of Teeny. Yeah, you're probably thinking of Teeny. You're probably thinking of Teeny. Yep. 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 I want to play Lethal again. Man. I want to play Lethal again. I did get to play it a little bit back with Teeny for her Streamathon, which, man, same. Fuck yeah. Absolutely fuck yeah. My memory's bad on the best of days. Being sick makes it worse. Me too. I was just complaining about my crap memory. I feel ya. I get it. I did get to play Lethal with Teeny semi-recently, though, at her Streamathon. at her subathon. It was great. It was lovely. I died. I died multiple times. It was awesome. The subathon. Yeah. Yeah. That was when I played too. Yeah. Yeah. You played with both of us. Yeah. That was my first time playing. I did okay. Honestly, if you brought back even a single shred of loot and you didn't die, you did better than me. Because my problem is I will find things and then wander into the desert trying to get back to the ship and then get horrifically lost. I will get lost in the facilities. I will get lost in the overworld. I will get lost on occasion in the ship. Maya, how do you get lost in the ship? It's a single room. Well, you see, sometimes my friends like to reorganize the ship layout and where the furniture is, and then I get confused. Remember how I got jump scared by the man-eater in a tunnel? Yeah. And a couple times I did get some loot occasionally. Yeah. Yeah. My problem is that I will get lost or killed by something while carrying a bunch of stuff. And it's just like, wow, I have done negative for the company. I am a negative asset. I have brought in negative dollars. It's fun though. It's a good time. I like Lethal a lot. It's so fun. Oh my god. I am, how you'll say, a nut set. I love that. Yes, I am a nut set. and then I just happen to pull a victory out of my ass at the last second, like when I got lost on the one planet. And because I hadn't seen that layout in a long time and I couldn't remember how to get back to the ship, and I went the liability, yes. But I went the wrong direction, and I kept finding dead ends in the overworld, and I couldn't figure out how to get back to the ship, and it was getting late. It was getting time to leave, and there was a giant, and there was also a giant robot, and I nearly died like 3 times because the giant saw me as I was trying to figure out my way, and by pure luck, the giant robot saw the giant and went laser your face and killed the giant, and then didn't see me, and I made it back to the ship. And then the giant robot saved me from the giant. Yeah, I still, to this day, have no idea how I pulled that off, but I did it. I was the great asset, and I did it. The giant didn't die. The robot aggroed the giant and made it change targets. Oh. All I knew, look, Shucks, you gotta understand, all I knew was that I was lost and it was dark and I couldn't see anything because I was carrying a large item that I had to hold in 2 hands. And I saw the giant and I saw the robot and I saw where I thought the ship was, and then I was wrong about where the ship was, and I somehow made it to the ship. And a laser happened, and I got on the ship, and I was like, hey guys, I made it. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, Maya. I was like, I don't know what to tell you, I'm so sorry. The robot was aiming at you. Wait, I thought the robot was aiming at the giant. I thought he saw the giant and was targeting the giant. I didn't realize that the giant just tanked a hit for me. Oh no, everything is so much worse than I thought it was. Oh god, you know what, that you were even more lucky than you realized. Yeah, I haven't seen a robot wake up yet. I did, because I fucked up. I fucked up and I was out too late, and the robot was just like, it is 10 p.m. Do you know where your Maya is? And I was down there like, I am the Maya and I don't know. I've been haunted twice though. I think I've been haunted once. I think I remember seeing the girl at some point. I don't remember when. I've been masked though. I've gotten got by the mask though. It is 10 p.m. young mom thing. Oh my god, the girl. Yeah. Oh, okay, that settles it. If I manage by some miracle of time management to beat Danganronpa 1 before the end of October, because I'm not streaming on Halloween. I'm helping pass out candy, so I can't be streaming and help pass out candy at the same time. But if I'm able to finish DR1 before the end of the month, I will put together a team of highly skilled loot rat individuals. And we will end the Streamathon with Lethal if and only if I am able to finish Danganronpa in its entirety before the end of the month. Oh yeah. Okay, I have motivation to be fast now. Yes, I have motivation to be fast. This is not me saying that I won't play Lethal Company. This is me trying to find a way to shoehorn it in. All right. If I'm gonna talk about playing Danganronpa and finishing Danganronpa, I should actually play the game. Yes, that is a thing that I should probably do. Yes, let me work on getting the music fixed. There we go. There's the music. Allegedly. Yeah. Okay. It is time for the Chapter 5 trial. If you do not remember, last time on Danganronpa Z, Makoto got the flu and was having fever dreams in bed where he thought someone attacked him with a knife and wearing a luchador mask, and then something happened that he doesn't remember, and then Kyoko was there and they passed back out again. Meanwhile, while this was happening, everybody else, those people being Byakuya, Toko, Aoi, and Hiro, were dismantling an abandoned Monokuma and somehow didn't get killed for doing. Excuse me, I have hiccups. And somehow did not get killed for doing that. Also, turns out there's a bomb in the Monokuma, which we knew because one exploded. I need to stop with these hiccups. Which we knew because one of them exploded earlier, but they got the bomb out. What the fuck is my diaphragm doing? Anyway, the next morning we find a body. Kyoko has been missing for 2 days. We find a body. Everyone's like, oh, that's Kyoko. It wasn't. My hiccups don't even exist. What? How can you have something? What? Teeny? Teeny, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay. Wait a goddamn second. I don't have hiccups anymore. Teeny, what did you do? Skill issues, just breathe normally, you right? Yes! Maya was so offended it stopped. Yeah. You know what birds and hiccups have in common? Not real. Teeny, you gotta understand, the birds one in particular is extra funny to me because my sister has kept the joke running for like 3 years at this point that she doesn't believe birds are real. And then she, in DC, went to the National Spy Museum and found a fake bird with a camera in it and sent a picture to the family group chat like, I fucking told you guys birds weren't real. And I'm sitting here just like, either she is very committed to the bit or she got proof. Fun fact, if you are ever in Washington, D.C., there are a lot of really neat museums. My personal favorite that I have been to, other than like, if you don't want to see an art museum or a history museum or anything like that, my personal favorite, like, out there museum that's not what you would normally think of when you think of museums, in D.C., in Washington, D.C., is called Planet Word. It is free. You just have to get a ticket for your time slot because it's not a huge place, so they have to be careful about how many people are in there, but it is free. And it is just about how language works and the history of language, and they have a whole bunch of different little stations that talk about different aspects. Like there's one little area that talks about fake languages like Dothraki, and how that works and how they are made. There is an area that has a big old like light up globe thing with little monitors all over for languages around the world and how different languages around the world work. There's an entire room that is dedicated to the language of jokes. There's a room dedicated to the language of marketing. There's a room dedicated to how people share their stories and how language filters into that. It is a wonderful museum. If you are interested in language and words and writing and all of that stuff, I would heavily recommend it. It is super awesome, especially for the fact that it's a free fucking museum. And their gift shop is banger. It is an awesome, awesome museum, and it's like tucked into a little area, and it's so fun. You should go if you are in DC. Go to Planet Word. Crazy cool. Yeah! My local museum has a replica of the umbrella gun used to poison a Russian double agent. That's so cool. What the fuck? That's so cool. Museums are awesome. Don't let anybody tell you museums are boring. Museums are great. People think museums are boring because they went to one on like a school field trip and their teachers didn't let them do anything interesting while they were there. Museums are awesome. Go to museums. Support your museums that are in your area. I'm just going to... that's the Byakuya one. It's the Byakuya one. Let's see. Do we have any more that we can add? Looks like no. All right. Anyway, now that I'm done yelling about museums... because I can and will find things to yell about. Let's do this trial. Because, right, I didn't finish my recap. Hiccups interrupted me, and then Teeny did some kind of moon magic to tell my brain that hiccups aren't real, and my body went, oh shit, you're right. But yes, so we find a body. It is a person. It is a girl. It has dark heeled boots like Kyoko. It is a girl like Kyoko. It's wearing the luchador mask. That's weird. It has the knife in it. That's also weird. Toko tries to uncover the mask and it blows up, which is weird. Everybody thinks Makoto did it because they all think Kyoko's the one who died. And Makoto's like, I had the flu. And everyone else is like, yeah, well, we clearly didn't do it because we were all together all night. So you're the only one without an alibi. And Makoto's like, shit. We also found out, important thing to note, important thing to keep in mind. We found out that everything that is happening in this school is being broadcast to the world outside on every channel. Every channel. It's just kids killing each other. We don't know why. But we do know that it's being broadcast now. All of the security cameras not only being used to monitor us, also being used to send out the world's worst reality show. Even on PBS, motto. Thanks to viewers like you being interested in this fucked up shit. Especially on PBS. All right. You can tell this game was made before cancel culture. Oh, yeah. That's where you go to watch Sesame Street. Well, we don't got Sesame Street no more. We just got Hope's Peak Academy of Murder. We just got Murder School now. Big Bird has retired. All right. So what we are trying to figure out is who that body is, first of all. What is it, a repeat episode? Maybe, I don't know. We can replay chapters, so it could be. But yeah, so here's what we were trying to figure out in this trial. Who died? Who was that body? 2, where has Kyoko been? What's she been up to? 3, how do we prove that we didn't kill somebody? Because no one else was around to corroborate that we had the flu. Uh-oh. So those are our 3 big things. Here we go. Trial time.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
There we go. I just wanted it loud enough that you guys can hear them pretty easily. If someone points a live TV camera at my face, best turn that somewhere else, or I have a list of profanity and unairable content. My niece is nearby, then please listen to us sing all the Disney songs. Well, that's the thing. You would think that what's happening in this school would have gotten the show off the air, and yet And yet here we are.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one...
Nah. What'd I do?
Blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
I don't know how I accidentally muted the game for a second there. I apologize.
Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Great. In the Technicolor health room.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Kyoko is here, hero.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
She's T-posing. For dominance.
No, that's a ghost.
But she has legs and stuff.
She can't be a ghost. She has legs. God, hero.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Say it with me now, everybody. Shut the fuck up, hero. I forgot that Japanese thing. Yeah.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
They wear a sheet with nothing underneath and no legs. Yeah. Is he the show of this game? No. No. Show is an entity unto himself.
Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
For one thing, Kyoko is alive and the body is dead.
Her traits?
One important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her. Kyoko's gloves.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
Because her hands are all fucked up.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
Let me know if you guys can hear the voice acting, okay, by the way.
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to... Okay, fine, we'll play along with Hero's bullshit.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
Oh boy.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves.
I just
before
noticed
explosion.
the white noise that I
Well,
cleared that was
yeah,
down here.
She must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
What?
This entire discussion is idiotic.
You're right. For once, I will agree with Byakuya. But one of the white noise things is literally Kyoko saying, "I'm a ghost?" Interesting.
That Kyoko there is... Okay, then prove
The
it.
dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Got it?
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Mm-hmm.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah. She must have been wearing gloves.
What? Yeah, you said something weird, you fucking idiot. Ah. This is one of those things where it's like there's an obvious answer. But
Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
this whole thing has been weird.
Okay,
Yeah.
then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
I think maybe it's the fake
The dead
nails
body
then.
wasn't wearing gloves.
She
They
was
got
not.
burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Maybe it's the fake nails.
Well, yeah. She must have been wearing gloves.
There we go. Yep, it was the fake nails because it's very hard. Fun fact, it's very hard to wear gloves with long press-on nails.
No. There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves.
Yeah, I'm sitting here like, obviously she wasn't wearing gloves, so I have to refute him saying she was wearing gloves with the statement that she wasn't wearing gloves because this is stupid. Unfortunately, I went too simple.
Whoever it
So
was,
true.
they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Boy, I will destroy you. I will find a way out of the school by punting you through an entire sheet of metal.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Tell him, Hina.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
Into the garbage with this man.
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands.
But he's
to
not
make sure they
wrong.
Don't interfere with my daily life.
Motto, I know you're better than this.
If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Yeah, Kyoko has, there we go, custom-made gloves.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
It also means that she has to keep her nails a certain length as well.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
I know, Biafia, I know. For once I'm on your side and things, but only for this part of the trial because I know you're gonna be up to some bullshit later.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first
Only
thing
for
I
this,
said.
yes.
You're the one who's been dragging us
Only
around
for
in
this.
circles.
Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there.
If Kyoko really is still alive,
Oh my god.
then who died?
If.
It's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition.
What? Ah! Oh, right. She's saying the face is fucked up. You can't really say the face is not fucked up by saying that we can identify from the hand.
Shoot!
There's, okay, that one's on me. That one's on me. I jumped the gun.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
It's gotta be. I don't think so. The face was scorched, and there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify
There it
the
is.
body-
We can identify the body with a tattoo.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to
That was like
identify
2
the
frames
body.
early.
What? For real?
Mm-hmm.
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Okay.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
No. Everyone is invited to my execution except Hero.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
It's a wolf.
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Guys, I think Toko needs therapy.
Seriously? It really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
Toko's awesome. She is in some ways. Where is it? What? Where? The fuck? Where's the? No. Maybe it's her profile. Yeah, Fenrir. There we go. I thought the Fenrir thing was its own
The Fenrir
bullet. I
Mercenary
was not.
Corps.
She do be
That's
wild
the
enough.
name of
Oh
the
yeah.
military
Toko
group
has exactly one
Nupro
mode and it is
Usaba
wild.
belonged to.
It's just a matter of what subject she is wild and out about.
Okay, so
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is... We have to Hangman's Gambit for the word wolf. We have to do a Hangman's Gambit to prove that the body had a sick tattoo of a wolf. What a world. There we go. Done. Easy.
Now I understand. representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Yeah.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology.
Yeah, Toko would know
Huge,
this.
world-ending
That's
wolf.
cool that she knows.
He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Yep.
After all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
He does have a point.
A wolf
For once in his life, Hero has a point.
And that means
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Everyone gets one. Exactly one.
hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Oh shit, he just came out
Are
and
you
said it,
saying
huh?
the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a clueless trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier.
Yep.
If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
Uh-oh.
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she?
Isn't she the ultimate soldier?
was
Yes.
Mukuro
Mukuro's
Ikusaba?
title is the ultimate soldier.
She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed. Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Like the best ultimate in this arc. Mukuro is so interesting. Mukuro is so interesting, and most of what we learn about her is post-mortem.
Then who's the
Oh,
real
caption's died.
mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No,
There we
the
go.
headmaster has nothing to do with it.
And enabled and saved. And that should have fixed it. There we go. There we go. Which is a shame, honestly. It really is.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Oh,
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
oh man.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
Okay. We all know Monokuma's a bastard, right? But this right here, this line right here, the next time someone starts shit on Twitter, I want you to remember this line. And remember, if you give in to someone starting shit on social media, you are worse than Monokuma. Monokuma has more restraint than you. That should stop any attempt at online discourse. Just think back to what Monokuma said. Oh, snap. Yeah. Just, if anyone's trying to start shit with you online, just remember the bear. The bear that sentenced children to kill each other is able to resist being baited. You gotta be stronger than Monokuma.
Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place.
That is true, Teeny. You are canonically stronger than a bear. I can do this. You can. You absolutely can.
Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then
I would say
One
I'm
of us
stronger,
killed Mukuro?
but I know that feel.
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
It happened once.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Some people just try you, especially league teammates. That's okay. That is different. That is understandable. But also, you can tell them to shut up and move on with your life. Or you can just not say anything to them and move on with your life. That's probably better.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Don't throw this at me, man. Based on what we know, there can only be 2 suspects. Us.
I got it!
Us and
Narrowed it down
Kyoko.
to Kyoko and me, right?
Yeah,
Why do you say that?
Allow me
because
to
we were
explain.
missing.
Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
Yeah, and she didn't know either.
That's right.
'Cause
The
she's
4 of us
been
were there
scurrying.
trying to dismantle Monokuma.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was another thing. Kyoko found a secret way into some dorms that are on the 2nd floor. And there aren't any cameras or broadcast or anything up there. So she had no idea someone died until she came out and happened to hear Monokuma say, "All right, guys, it's time for the class trial." And she was like, "What the fuck? Okay." And went and investigated as much as she could in roughly 10 minutes and then showed up. She's literally cramming before the murder test.
The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs.
What? Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. She found a secret key a while back. Apparently it led to, or it unlocked secret 2nd floor dorms that we didn't have access to. There's no surveillance anything up there, so she didn't know that a murder happened until she came out, and coincidentally, that was at about the time Monokuma said it was time for the trial, so she went, "Oh, fuck, okay," and just speed ran the investigation portion.
All of which is to say, the 4 of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis.
Cramming for the murder final exam, yeah.
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Was that shown in the anime? I think so, maybe. The anime is very much from Makoto's POV. So if he is not present for something, you're probably not going to see it. So I don't think they showed her up there while everyone was investigating. But I do believe that in the last chapter of the game, we go there. So that part would have been in the anime, probably. They did cut some stuff. I have absolutely no recollection of that. Yeah. The anime version of the first game did end up having to cut some stuff, primarily because you're taking a video game, an interactive medium, and turning it into an anime, a non-interactive medium. Any kind of adaptation from one medium to another you're gonna need to cut some things, you're gonna need to change some things. That's just the nature of adaptation. So I don't know if that was one of the things that ended up having to be dropped in order to make it fit as a show. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't do it, y'all. Trust my defense. I mean, that's basically where we're at. The only people who can back up our alibi of being sick as hell in bed is the person who presumably died in the mask with the knife who tried to kill me, and maybe Kyoko if we didn't hallucinate her. That's the best we got. Damn it. I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Probably, yeah.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body?
The time frame is an 11-hour span.
Oh, but
Because
What
we
time
found the
did we
body
find the
around
body?
9 to 9:30.
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
So what time was the body discovered? At 9.
I got it! The body must have been
9.
discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Yep. Hero brain working. I don't know what happened, but the switch got flipped and there are now lights on in the house. Now then, Toko, what time is it?
Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now.
Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01.
he's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh, yeah! Right around 7:30.
The drugs kicked in.
I remember
Yeah.
checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
That's true.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. And I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. till 7:30 a.m. Okay then, it looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden.
Tug on these sprinklers.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Okay.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Yep. I was right.
We've established
I was
a
right. I
time
just wanted
frame
to
for
check.
the murder.
It took place somewhere between 9 o'clock. Yep. And
Yeah,
Doop doop boop.
7:30.
Ah!
Shoot!
Do I have to do it on the other one?
We've established a time frame. It took place
Somewhere between 10 o'clock.
Oh, right. I thought I was refuting. No, it couldn't have happened at this time because of the sprinklers. But in reality, it has to be. No, it
Actually,
can't happen
the murder couldn't have
before
happened
this time
anywhere
because of the
near 10
sprinklers.
o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Girl, it was wet because I had to throw water on the fire.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words!
What the fuck?
I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Oh, God. Girl, what? I know.
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
I need to prove that it wasn't sprinklers that got the body wet. I'm using that from here on. Oh, no.
All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence, and that should do it. If we look at the body itself, that should make it clear.
DDR time. Here we go.
I admit nothing. I hate
No one's asking you to admit anything, girl cop.
I don't know anything.
No one's saying you do.
Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I
No.
admit nothing. I hate you. No. I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No.
There we go.
How can you say it wasn't?
This should prove it.
Time to be done, ma'am.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
Yep.
The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
What the fuck is she talking about?
I'm so sick of her.
Poor Aoi.
Let's just move on.
Aoi's just like, there are literally only two girls left in this whole thing, and the only other girl here is insane.
The reason only the top half was wet was because
I had to throw water.
while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't work.
So if the sprinkler didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Motto. Please don't do this to me, Motto. Motto, please, no.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for
Just trying
you.
to add it to my vocabulary. God. It's gonna be like 2 months from now, and I'm gonna be playing 14 with Motto and everyone. And Motto's just gonna throw this into the conversation, and I'm going to get physical whiplash.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Oh. Kyoko's the only one without an alibi. Which would mean that Mukuro's killer is...
It's a sentence enhancer. It's something.
No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing.
Oh.
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone.
Oh, yeah.
This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
Oh, man.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still
Not
insufficient.
the waifu, yeah.
Huh?
Oh, she's turning around on us.
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
Waifu is after our laifu.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
A certain something that the scene was used to cover the body? Could it have been?
I know exactly what it was. It's the tarp.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Uh-oh.
Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait, something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Yep.
By covering the
I think
body
I know
with the tarp,
what I
the
gotta
killer
do.
So the reason that it's because the spring, but the underside, it was totally, it's because
That side was protected from the water.
Oh, wait. I think it's actually the
since
other
it
one.
was facing, of course it didn't.
Oh, wait, there.
Dirty.
Oh, I took too long. Let's not screw it up this time.
So the reason that it's because the spring, but the underside, it was totally, it's because that side, since it was facing, of
Of course it didn't get dirty.
Aha!
that's wrong.
The blood was wet. The blood was wet.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
Okay, well, the drugs wore off. He's back to being stupid.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? The blood was a camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood?
Sacrifice.
Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
They got the blood from right there in the garden, right? Which must mean...
Sorry, guys. It's the chickens.
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder,
The chicken,
there were
I
5
know.
chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Maybe they did eat it. Yeah, you don't know.
Perhaps, but even so,
We have a whole
there's one
kitchen, they
thing
coulda
that
eaten it.
still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so.
Nope.
Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they've already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
Oh man.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe. But still,
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Yep, that is true. She did get to the gym before us, which I pointed out then as Hina, what the fuck, how are you so fast?
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
Waifu's throwing us under the bus, yeah.
that's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand.
Well
Oh,
then,
truth bullet,
looks
okay.
like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
What the fuck?
Oh,
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No.
no, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Listen, more important, now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it? We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do.
I don't want it anyway.
So, what to do?
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto?
Huh? Me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
Uh-oh.
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Oh no, yup.
Yeah. Then why did you hide that fact?
Because I was scared of you guys getting mad at me. This is looking bad.
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
Something fucking attacked me with it last night.
I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. How we come back from this, guys?
The knife we found lodged in the dead body. It's the same one we gave to Makoto. It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Damn. It was put on the body after the tarp was removed, which means when the knife was thrust through the corpse into the
The
body.
knife we found lodged in
Would
the
it be
dead
disguised
body.
dead body or exploded body
It's the
analysis?
same one we
Probably
gave
disguised
to
dead body.
Makoto.
Probably
It
disguised
really
dead
is,
body.
isn't it?
If he
They
did
just
have
gave
that,
it to
that
us,
seals
so.
it. Just because I had that automatic...
Well, getting stabbed is what killed.
There we go. Yep.
No,
Yep, I got it. I got it.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body.
Yep.
Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Yep.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible. The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
Jesus Christ.
Then the knife
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
Uh-huh.
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
Uh-huh.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
What the fuck, Byakuya?
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
Shut up, hero.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
You're not dumb, Hina.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Byakuya, you have to actually pull your weight at some point in here, man.
There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion. Where is the... I guess fragments.
I got
There
it!
we go.
After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural. Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't you because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
The knife was a cover-up, and all those other wounds on her body weren't fresh, which only leaves...
Then, shall we continue the debate?
Did Toko do it by setting off the bomb?
victim's
No, the bomb
fatal
happened after
injury
the body
has
was
yet
already
to be
dead.
Determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't you then.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed
Oh
she
shit!
was hit on
I hit the
back
wrong
of
thing.
her
I hit the wrong thing. Fuck.
Shoot!
I hit the wrong button.
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal.
The explosion didn't kill.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't
Let's
you
see if I
then.
remember the correct way I'm supposed to do this.
That showed she was hit.
I probably won't though.
The victim had suffered countless wounds across her Then shall we continue? The victim's
Fatal injury has yet to be.
There we go. I did have it in the right order. I did have it in the right order. I thought it had to be the other way for a second there.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe!
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in
Man.
completely.
Yeah. What you cooking,
maybe
Teeny?
they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
Ain't no one read here. I know.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
Coco, you are not helping anyone in this moment.
I feel the same way.
Hero,
Looks
you
like
are
we're on the same
definitely
page
not
this
helping
time.
anyone.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her.
Hey,
right?
hold up.
It
Yeah.
just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
Oh boy.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon.
Byakuya, will you stop?
A real murder weapon.
It's the arrows.
I got it!
I'm the one
Killer was
being
hit in the back of the
suspected.
head with
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what killed
And
him.
I have to answer. Byakuya knows everything that he is telling me to say. This whole trial, every time he has said, tell them Makoto, he knows. He already fucking knows the answer. He just wants to command someone else to say it for reasons I do not comprehend.
And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
This bitch can't ever just answer it himself. He's always just making you say shit. Yeah.
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret.
It's the tape. Because they taped a whole bunch of them together.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
There it is.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape.
And there was blood on
The
it.
killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
That's a lie. We talked there.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Actually, wait a fucking second. Straight up lie, yeah. Actually, wait a fucking second. I remembered a thing. This murder happened today. Or last night or something, right? Woodblock Key was there. Yeah, it was in her room. When did Kyoko have access to her own bedroom? Who had Kyoko's key for the last, 2 or 3 days? Because it wasn't Kyoko. Because Byakuya locked her out of her own room.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer.
Oh my god, did Byakuya do it?
You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to.
Can we finally kill this bitch?
The death of us all, remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence? Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo. It must be connected to that dojo locker.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because
Other than us talking in it literally the day before. Yeah, but that isn't admissible in court. Nobody else was there.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
Yeah, she's waifu. We
No,
gotta.
It's not that I want to defend her. It's just there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something.
Do you like me? do you like me?
Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there?
Do you like me or do you like me? Yeah, it's a very important question. We have to
That's
ask
what I
it
need
now,
to
under
know.
oath. Trucy! Welcome, Raiders! Hello! Thank you for the raid! It is lovely to see you guys! Hi! Thank you for getting that shout out, Duntini. I appreciate you. For those of you who do not know me, I am Mama Maya, your mama from the stars. I used to live in space, and now I'm down here to hang out with all of you. It is lovely to see you all. How's it been? How you been, Trucy? It's been a while. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. We are playing DanganRonpa, the first game for the Gamers Outreach Spooktacular Streamathon. We are in Chapter 5. We are in Chapter 5 of 6. If you do not want story spoilers, I understand if you gotta go.
I was just protecting you.
Guys, I think she likes us. Holy shit. The cute girl protected us.
What?
She was protecting me? Then does that mean she likes me? She knew I was being attacked. And she came to my rescue. Could that be when? Which would mean that Kyoko. But why would she rescue us and then get us killed in the trial? She killed someone. For me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait, I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
Yeah. What? Byakuya should know better than anyone. What does that mean? It means he has the key to her room. She couldn't get into her room. It was a whole thing. Yeah, boy.
Those words you just spoke, what do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Okay, I need to figure out what I need to copy. I need to figure out what to
Those
copy.
words you just spoke,
exactly what I'm not the killer.
It's not gonna be that
You should
one.
understand that more than
Byakuya.
Master would never.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe there's
You
proof
stated that you said I hid
into...
and then left the locker key in the butt.
Ah, shit. Well, that worked out.
Really have done that?
Is it there's proof into that? Or maybe it's... Okay, we're gonna have to do a little
Exactly,
guessing.
I'm not, but you should understand.
Byakuya.
Master would never hide something.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Is that what you're...
You stated that you said I hid and then
Left the locker key in my own room.
Oh, nope, it's the other way. It's the other way. I got it backwards. I got it backwards.
Those words you
I
just...
got it
Exactly,
backwards.
I'm not, but you should understand.
Byakuya.
Master would never.
There's proof that you... Is that what you're...
You stated that you said I hid and then
Left the locker key in my own
room. But
Let's see.
could I really have done
Let's see.
Those words you just...
Exactly, I'm not, but you should understand.
Byakuya.
Master would never.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
There we go. Yep, I had the right link. I just did it backwards by mistake.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
Huh? Why not?
because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant.
Yeah.
And if I had the key to your room,
Uh-huh.
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. Use your mind powers, Makoto. Do it, Makoto! This is a trap the Mastermind has laid for us. The Mastermind's trap. The Mastermind is trying to... trap Kyoko? But... You're the MC, buddy. What if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... The Mastermind's trap? The victim was Mukuro? And Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The Mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do I do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. Okay. I want to hear what you guys want to do. Poor Big Mac having an internal crisis, he is. We don't have a timer on this decision. What are we doing? What do you guys want to do? Do we want to pursue the lie or let it slide? Girlie didn't do it, we cover. We have one vote for letting it go. Oh wait, poll. You know what, that's a good idea, we'll do a poll. Oh, we have one vote each way. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely making a poll now. I'm definitely making a poll now. Oh, thank you for making the poll. I appreciate it. I was in the process. Thank you, thank you. Made. Teeny's the best. All right, we have one vote in for Let It Go. Oh, man. We are now 50-50 on Let It Go or Pursue.
Only one vote each. Someone could break the tie. Oh, we have 2 for pursue. We have 2 for exposing it. Oh shit. Real quick while this poll wraps up, I'm gonna go hit the bathroom real fast, so I will be right back. We'll see what you guys decide to do. Okay, I'm back. I'm back just in time to see that we got a 50-50 on the poll. I know we have a new poll in process right now. but I'm just gonna tell you guys. I already decided what we're doing. And ended up 50-50? Yeah, and here's the thing. I know which one is the right answer already. And I also know which answer gives us the bad ending. Because this game has a bad ending. And I thought it would be fun to show you guys the bad ending. Do you want to see it? This is the only way to see the bad ending. Uh-oh. Because Makoto... Maya's a sadist. Because you see, Makoto's whole thing, this whole game, has been that he trusts everyone and he believes in everyone, and he especially trusts and believes in Kyoko above anyone else here. And he has worked real hard to let her know that he trusts and believes in her. But what happens if he doesn't?
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
Kyoko's definitely lying. And it must be because there's some other deeper truths she wants to keep hidden.
I didn't have the key to my room.
Did you save?
To Byakuya.
Don't have to. Did you
There's
save?
no
Don't
doubt
have to.
about that, right?
Trust.
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
No, that's wrong.
We're gonna see the bad ending and feel bad.
No. Kyoko could have gotten into her room.
Right before we came down here, Kyoko told us that she was in the second floor of the dormitories. And that there was a secret way in and out. And also, she managed to get into our room at least once while the door was locked. How'd she do that?
You said so yourself, didn't you, Kyoko?
Actually, to be precise, not quite. I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. So it looks like you guys voted correctly. That is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to trust Kyoko, but if you don't, and you out the secret that she's told us in confidence that she found a skeleton key. What?
Monokuma's secret tool?
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school. Which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing—
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it. So I lost. That's all this means.
Then, are you saying you really didn't... Kyoko, you really aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up! All done, all finished. The class trial is all over.
But that's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you. But I guess we already know who the blackened is, don't we?
This bear is full of shit. Oh yeah, that does not stop. This bear will always and forever be full of shit in every iteration he ever appears in. Also, to those of you who don't know this super fun fact, the original, the Japanese voice actor for Monokuma is the original voice actress who voiced Doraemon. Yet another bear-shaped thing, mascot guy. But yeah, Doraemon. Same voice as Monokuma. With a gun. Yup. Well, it says Kyoko's guilty. It says we voted correctly. Can we see the good ending after? Oh yeah, no, obviously. Kage, there is a whole other chapter after this. Bad end means we end the game early. Don't worry, we will be seeing the good ending after this. Don't even worry about it, I got you.
Good job! You got it right! Brilliantly right!
We got it right? Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer? But something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with this whole class trial. Kyoko!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
Is everyone ready? Okay then!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Sorry for messing with that. I was trying to fix it. Also, yes, that's a sex ed lesson.
And that's how the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba came to an end. I still had to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent, or... Regardless, the truth was lost forever. Even for me. I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Mukuro's class trial. And in the end, it would prove to be our last class trial. Once that case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope's Peak ever again. We had obtained peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. Peace, but only inside the school. Peace, but only for us. That was the only hope we had. Hope. Hope. Hope? This is hope?
No! This isn't right!
Huh?
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you
That's
have
the
a
bad
rebuttal
end.
for Kyoko's
You
claim?
kill Kyoko? Did Hina have kids with all three? And why did Toko die? So that's the whole Toko picture thing is actually something that's been argued about. My personal view of it is that she's the one taking the picture. Someone has to take the picture. So Byakuya is holding up her little like post-mortem photo so that she can technically be in the picture. That's how I view it. But yeah, the insinuation is in fact that Hina had kids with all three of the remaining guys. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, bad end is you kill Kyoko. No one has the drive to keep examining what's going on, and everyone just gives up. And we all grow up in here. And you want to know something that makes it even worse? Do you remember when we had our free time event with Hiro and he did a very slightly discounted divination for us and said that the mother of his child and the mother of Makoto's child is the same woman? Yasuhiro divined the bad ending. And I hate that. I hate that so much. Dang, yeah. Yeah, oh my god, yeah. Yeah. Ah. I hate it. I hate it. It makes me upset. Anyway, that was Makoto picturing what would happen if he fucked up. Let's see what happens if we choose correctly.
Her claim? Oh, that's right, I have to. Do I expose Kyoko's lie or not? If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong?
Do not. Yup, my dude, please.
She's not wrong. I have to think about this very carefully. What do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie.
Imagine seeing all this and then choosing to expose it again. My brother in Christ. That's right. The correct answer to proceed with the story is to take the fall. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room, that it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
And look, if we cover for Kyoko, she's the one who says, wait, there shouldn't be a time's up. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
Voting time?
She's covering for us. She's trying. Because we covered for her. She's trying to save us too. Mm-hmm. Oh, nice coins. Good thing we can gotcha in hell.
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
She can't afford to let herself die. Yup.
Hey,
That's
hold
true.
on. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Oh, that's interesting. It'll show Kyoko is guilty, but it also will show Makoto as guilty. Interesting. What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man. Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone!
Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right!
No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense! It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials. And I'm gonna end it the same way.
Thrills, chills, kills!
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment!
Wait, why do I? Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Oh. Yeah! Alter Ego came to save us! Baby got into the system. Baby's in the mainframe. And said, nah, fuck that. The baby did save us.
Huh? Huh? What's this? What's going on?
Hey, was that?
Yeah, it had to be. Alter
This is-
Ego.
Alter Ego? Is this some stupid virus for that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell! I don't believe this!
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words,
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us.
Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now. Got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit. In a way, that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Hi, Sahili.
Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time.
Huh?
In other words,
Now, it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
so
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. A massive high school towers over all of the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are 2 things you need to attend this school. 1, you have to already be attending high school. 2, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school, filled with the ultimate students, was me. Huh? What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Ugh. He's having flashbacks? Mm-hmm. Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again. And then, I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. Ugh, what an awful smell. I was in a vast dark cavern, with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all around the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I gonna be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? Poor Makoto, but hey, he lived. Yeah, he's just in the dumpster with no food or water or much light.
lands from a high place. Hi, noob. So did Makoto. Hello there. Hello, noob. To catch you up, we had the trial for the body that we found. And this was actually where the bad ending could come in. If you choose not to trust Kyoko and out the fact that she has a skeleton key that she stole, she dies. She just dies. She just flat out dies. And everybody else decides to just give up and live the rest of their lives in the school. And they have children and they just live in the school forever. But if you do trust Kyoko, you get the continuing of the story where Makoto is thrown under the bus. On the bright side, Makoto would get to be Hina the wife, I guess. Yeah. But if you trust Kyoko, Makoto gets thrown under the bus. And he's supposed to die, but Alter Ego steps in and screws up the execution at the actual last second. So we get dumped into the garbage pit instead. Hina's the village wife at that point? Yeah. And it's funny because all of the kids look exactly like their parents and exactly like their fathers and not at all like their mothers. So while we can assume that Hina had at least one or two of the kids, we don't know if Toko we don't know if Toko had any of them. It's possible. Oh my god, she's basically Smurfette. Yeah. No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what had happened. Alter Ego saved me, and he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. Toko probably had Byakuya. Entirely possible. USSR theme, our wife. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of there. Oh, hey, what's this? What's this thing that we've seen? That's a rocket and a tank. But how did Big Mac see Alter Ego did that? I don't know. I don't. He was looking forward and didn't see the screen. I don't know. Genuinely, I have no idea. But for story purposes, he was aware. I better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Hey, where have we seen that rocket before? Do you guys remember? I know it's been most of a month, but do you guys remember? Really admire how, even when in a literal dumpster, Makoto strives to be optimistic. Yep, he probably would get along with the ultimate pianist. Oh, yeah, they would. And you know how I know? Part of how I know, other than just knowing their characters? Before V3 came out, there was a demo for it, and I played it, and all of the protagonists from all three games were there. So Makoto was just there inexplicably, and so was the MC from the second game, and they all hung out and investigated stuff together. It was great. And to hide who actually dies in V3, the murder I didn't know that. That's awesome. Yep. And to hide who actually dies in V3, the demo murder victim was Hiro. Because for some unknown reason, Hiro was there, killed in the exact same way Sayaka was. The demo was very fun. And then it had a really weird couple of voice lines at the very end that, without any of us knowing, foreshadowed the end twist of V3 in the fucking demo. Like, that's insane. And I'm not gonna say what it was, but that's insane. But yeah, it was very cool. Pardon my manners, greetings. It's good to see you, noob. Hello. It is always nice to see you. That is crazy. Yeah. Absolutely nuts. But very fun. All right, let's see what else we can find on here, if anything. Can we find anything else? But yeah, also, if you don't remember it, the rocket The Monokuma rocket is from the cutscene before the game even started, where Monokuma shot a man into space and then the rocket crash landed into Earth and the man was just a skeleton. That is what that rocket is from. Monokuma killed a man with it and then just chucked it in the dumpster. You would think that you would at least try to reuse something like that. Like, that's gotta be expensive. You're only gonna get one use out of it? The hell?
Is that an airplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit?
Well, we got one option. One-time use rocket, yeah. Well, it did crash into the ground, so maybe that's why.
It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon.
In hindsight, that is a very good display, not only of executions of the series, but just how utterly messed up the mastermind is. Yup. Make a whole, I guess, I don't know if make, but get a whole branded rocket, shove a dude in it, like tie him up, blindfold him, and shove him in the rocket, launch it into space, let it crash back down, and have a skelly. Before anything really kicks off as far as we're aware.
I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food in here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up. Because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep because, heaven forbid, Makoto stay awake for any actual amount of time. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed.
Never give up, never surrender. Yeah. And have a nap. Never give up, never surrender, be sleepy.
And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky.
Channel your inner Japanese fisherman. He believes in you. He does.
However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly.
What fell? What came down here?
What the? A strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over here?
In fairness, sleeping conserves energy, so you need less food and water. Yep. Yeah, I just like making fun of Makoto because it seems like every time we turn around, he's unconscious.
Something fell from up above. What could it have been?
What's in the trash?
Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
And
Just a second.
a giant piece of trash? Rude.
Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
It smells awful.
It's Kyoko with cup ramen on her head. Or it's Kyoko, arguably potentially better than food or water because remember, she has a skeleton key.
Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. Best girl saves the day. Yeah, we put the waifu in the trash. The one time your waifu being trash is a good thing, actually. Oh, good, she brought dinner. Yeah, she's carrying it on her head.
What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to save you.
I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey,
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Some places you have to pay extra for that. Yeah. But she brought us food and water. Well, specifically bread and water, but still good. Bread good. I am a big fan of bread, personally. Thank you! I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Oh, and real food and water. Oh, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going.
So you still haven't given up then?
Of course not. Bread and water are the literal basic essentials. Yeah. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at.
Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at.
But, Kyoko, why do you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or, no. To atone.
Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So, you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you.
A compliment from Kyoko. Surprising but welcome. Yeah.
I abandoned you.
Don't say that. You didn't abandon me.
No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive them no matter the cost.
Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other words...
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do.
You're best girl, it's fine. Yeah. Best girl can be forgiven of anything. What?
I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason.
So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right. At least I did, once.
Once?
Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was.
You forgot, but that's...
I had no memory of what my purpose was.
No memory? That's impossible.
Amnesia?
I might have mentioned this at some point, but I really like this kind of character. The one who acts aloof, but is sweeter than they let on. I think the name of the trope is kudere. Yes, that is kudere. Cold and frosty and monotone
until you get to know her a little bit better. And it's actually a big old sweetie pie.
Then, is it really true? You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto?
Like ice cream, yeah!
Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at this school?
The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too. And when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was.
But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient.
Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory.
But why would they want to do that?
There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow, they would interfere with the mastermind's plans.
So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean, somehow, my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time.
But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us.
What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right?
The mastermind. One of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However,
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were the least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but... I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand.
Hey, remember that weird fever dream where we saw ourselves saying that we have to stay in the school and that we understand something?
I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Ugh. It's just like that dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
listen.
Are you okay? Yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Helpful hallucination! Yeah!
Hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know. It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. She's pretty. Obviously, she would never lie to me. Thinking that has never gotten me in trouble with anyone, especially not anyone named Sayaka. I think that's just her personality. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigation on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
Pretty girls wouldn't just lie. Exactly.
So,
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability. What everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. The ultimate detective?
correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone? Who?
Makoto would, though. Like, genuinely. His optimism makes him hard to stop, but easy to deceive. Yeah. He just believes in everybody because he's a good boy, and he thinks everybody else is also a good bean, but they're not. He is the one bean in this burrito, other than Chihiro and Alter Ego and Sakura and Mondo, kind of, and Taka, kind of. My first guess all those weeks ago was right! Yeah! Yeah! Teeny's been cooking, guys. Teeny has been hardcore cooking.
So,
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father.
But now my new guesses were wrong, yay. We'll find out.
What?
in other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak.
I retract my statement. Teeny's on an emotional roller coaster. Oh man, I was right. Oh, but that means I'm wrong. Wait, no.
Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak's headmaster?
Nick seems nice. I don't know if my bias towards mods, but they seem like someone cool. Oh yeah, Teeny's the coolest. Teeny's awesome.
Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way.
Huh?
No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
no matter what,
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko? What's going on?
My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
however,
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then, what did you see in there?
so,
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room, along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself. And I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important. And really ominous.
However...
Of course. Oh, yeah. Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you, either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then who did kill her?
Anyway...
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew that they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words...
The mastermind is adamant about following these rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
Hey.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become a victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean... during the night? I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway...
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms, and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell, and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed, I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I ran into your room, and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However...
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
Correct.
And their murderer was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all had to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other words...
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. the identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about
That's right.
what happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that. They're the ultimate despair? There are two at least.
It would seem...
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're,
Indeed.
make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. Chapter end.
You guys want to keep going?
Oh, hey, we got the rocket. We got the rocket as a gift. How nice.
I will save the game. I will. I will save the game.
The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Yeah?
Okay.
Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. Yes, okay. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. It's locked, but we have a way to open this door. Oh, I have to talk to Kyoko for it. Okay. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolute vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Yeah, I know. Hey, Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right? I walked home from work today. I missed most of the stream. Aw, hi, Corey. Welcome, welcome. We're doing good. We just started the final chapter. We are just starting chapter 6.
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then... click! Yes, it opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Oh god, non-trash air. Finally. We were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief. Click! The key broke. Oh no! Because the real fight had just begun. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate something? Ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. Alright, somebody cue the Snake Eater music. Makoto uses the ultimate lucky skill to lockpick. Yeah.
What a thrill.
I realized I want to try and help this channel in a way. I don't know how much it would help from people like me who don't have a following, but I thought I should try to share it anyway, just in case. I think it's something that has the potential of helping share channels, and I want to share if that's okay. Of course! Yeah! You are more than welcome to share around and invite people to come hang out with us as much as you like, noob. Don't even worry about it. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Oh, that's a camera angle. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended.
But, buddy.
Sharing is one of the absolute best ways to support your streamer without subbing. That is true. That is absolutely true. Welcome, welcome, everyone, to Yoru's Pro Tips. We're getting pro tips. Aw, shit. Hell yeah, we're getting pro tips. We rely on you all to get the word out. Yeah. There's only so far I can reach all by myself. So thank you to all of you for helping.
Pro tips, let's go. A while ago, Twitch had a way of hosting channels you like, but it has since been removed-ish. Yeah, I remember. I would host friend channels whenever I wasn't live. If they were live, I would host it. You can still technically host channels, but it's a bit more Wait, really? Wait, for real? I thought they just killed it. Yoru is teaching us vital information. Holy shit. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I thought hosting was taken down as a feature. Yeah, so did I. I didn't know that there was a different way to do it. I had no idea we were so far down. Hey, don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Go to Creator Dash. You can access it by clicking your profile pic on the top right. Uh-huh. I have my Creator Dash open right now. That's how I set up the raids, because I always forget what the command prompt is. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. Go to settings, then channel, then featured content. Hang on, I'm looking at this. Featured content. Channel settings. Settings. No, that's not the right spot. Scroll down until you reach suggested Huh? What? Where? Settings. Stream channel. There it is. There it is. Go down to featured. Go to featured. Yep, there's the featured content. Channel trailer. Suggested. Upon clicking edit into the... Oh my god, we can feature channels. Holy shit. Okay, I need to manage my suggested channels. Teeny, I am suggesting you to everyone I can. Teeny Nix. Add. Harmony. Add. I thought you knew this. I didn't know this! I didn't know this was a thing! I didn't know! Kieran. There he is. There's the boy. Your channel should now be hosting the channel whenever it's live. Noob. Amazing. Thank you so much, Yoru. Thank you, Yoru. You are amazing. I suggest you to everyone too because I love you, but I suggest you to everyone because I love you. Let's put Shemaya on there. Shemaya, friend of the channel. We love Shemaya in this house. We love Shemaya in this house. We absolutely do. 100% we do. Who else? Who else? Who else should I pick? Let's put Monica Cineroll. Let's add Monica Cineroll. Because she's lovely. There she is. Excuse me, as I add Mother Maya to mine suggested channels. Thank you! That's very sweet. That is very sweet. Who else? Who else shall I add? Who else shall I add? Let's see. Let's see. And oh, there was someone I was just thinking of. Oh gosh. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh. Oh, nope. There we go. And who else? And who else? And and can I spell? No, I cannot spell. There we go. I have a long list of people already. My goodness. My goodness. If you want... I'm glad I can teach you something new. Absolutely. And if you, yes, you, want me to put you in my suggested channels list, just tell me. Just tell me. And suggested channels. Display in order personalized to each viewer. Yes. Yes. Holy shit. Save. Oh my god. This is amazing. I have learned a thing today. Thank you so much, Yoru. Thank you so, so much. All right. With that done, we have a ladder to climb.
So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work?
How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood.
Seeing as I don't stream, I am afraid I must pass. That is perfectly fine, and I understand. I just wanted to put the call out to everybody in chat that if you stream and you want to be featured in my suggested list, just let me know.
There was a time where being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way.
Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us.
Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it.
Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence.
Kyoko is from a secret detective. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hi, Ben. Oh, Jesus Christ, that really got me. Holy shit. I, like, actually jumped in my seat. Okay. I need to take a second here. Hang on. Oh, God. Hi, Ben. I saw that coming and I was still scared. I didn't see the alert. I didn't see the alert. I just saw the puppet and heard the noise and did a scream. That was a real scream. That was not me playing it up. That was real. That was a real one of me being very scared. And I lost tracking. I'm so scared I lost tracking. Why? Unknown. You gotta understand. This is how Ven says hello. New mod. Nah, Ven's been a mod for a while. He's just not always able to make it to streams. The slacker finally. Hey now. Hey now. I know you two bicker like siblings, but I'm still getting my heart rate down. I can't mediate right now.
A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed. We do what we must to protect it.
Siblings. Yeah. I've said this before, Teeny. You and Ven fight and bicker back and forth like how siblings do in TV shows. Like, just straight up. He lives in a box in my yard and won't leave. He's building tunnels, I'm sure. He's digging tunnels underneath that box. There's an entire bunker under there by now. I love Teeny so much, but I will fight her on the spot. Yeah, see? Siblings. I have a sister. Square up. Alright, guys, place your bets. Place your bets. Who will win? Who's gonna win the fight? Sounds like siblings, alright, yep. Who's gonna win? Who's winning? Place your bets. Place your bets.
Because, like I said, it's our source of pride.
Why does Ven scare us? Because Ven enjoys causing harm for fun. Remember, chat, I canonically won against a bear. This is canon. No, that's true. That is true. I've heard the story before. It happened. Now I'm grateful that votes are private. Pride. I like making people's hearts race. You like causing problems on purpose for fun and profit.
So that explains. before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However,
If I'm having fun, I consider it profit. Yeah. Sorry, Ven. Looks like chat has determined Teeny would win in a fight. I am Wiener, yes. Adam Davidson, welcome, and thank you for the follow. I hope you enjoy your time here, and I hope the jump scare didn't get you too bad. Why haven't I seen Ven? Because Ven is a busy adult with things to do, and can't always make it.
I gave up some of that pride.
What's up? What's up? We are playing the first DanganRonpa game, and we are doing it for charity, and we are at the final chapter of the game. We're at the final chapter of the game. How are you doing? That's fine. Worst I get is a bike mark on my ankles because that's all she can reach. Oh no.
Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak.
Sadly, I just logged in for the first time this week. Yeah, that happens. Work is tiring. I'm doing good. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. It is lovely to meet you. I'm glad you're here.
It was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
I'm a digital artist? Oh, no. Thank you, Teeny. Thank you for banning the scammer. I appreciate that. Jesus. First they're in my Twitter DMs, then they're in my Discord, now they're here. Goodness, I have like 3 or 4 messages that look exactly like that sitting in my Twitter DMs. Just sitting there. Just sitting there because it's like I don't want that. That was a tricky one. They have been getting smarter, which is a problem for me personally. I'm not a fan of that.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However,
there is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him.
Oh, damn. All right. Kyoko don't want her dad. Sorry to hear that. It happens. Unfortunately, it's just a part of being a VTuber at this point. There are so many art scammers online, and they try real hard to take advantage of VTubers, especially because so much of what we do is art. We need models, we need assets, we need emotes, we need overlays, we need art, because one of the big ways outside of people sharing us around that we can get bigger is by getting art made, whether by commission or by fan art. So there are a lot of scammers out there that will just basically cold call every single VTuber that they can find, just going through the VTuber tag on Twitter. And it's not great. It's not great. I actually remember Teeny got hit by one in a stream. And I don't know if you guys remember this, but Teeny is an artist and she drew her own model and all of her emotes and everything that she has, with the exception of a couple backgrounds that she got from Etsy, I believe, and they're really pretty. They're really nice. But yeah. Oh my God, every time. Yeah. Teeny's been hit by more than one of these people. And you know that they're a scammer and they haven't actually looked into anything because they show up in the stream of an artist who drew their own model saying, hey, I can make a better model for you if you want. Teeny drew and rigged her own model. The audacity. Nora's pot on booth is just too good at backgrounds. I need to get some of her stuff, honest to God. I really need to get some of Nora's pot stuff. They're really nice. I went off, as you should. As you should. But yeah, unfortunately, it's just part of being a VTuber at this point. which is why I'm very thankful to have the lovely Teeny Nicks here to kill them. In chat, just in chat. Thank you, Polite Bot. Your wholesome script is appreciated. Yeah, Nightbot is good. Nightbot is fine. We love Nightbot here.
Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young.
Say your prayers and be prepared to meet God. Yeah, if you're gonna come into a streamer's chat and try to scam, better pick a god and pray, because the mods are coming for you.
So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented. He had a promising future.
However,
But he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective.
Kage says nice shoelaces. Thanks, I stole them from the president.
I know what that code phrase means.
I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self,
Teeny also remembers the code phrase. Yeah, I was on Tumblr for a while. May I pet Nyx? You are always allowed to give Teeny head pats. Teeny gets head pats. Teeny deserves head pats.
she was more talkative and more emotional.
I
don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But that's not true.
Pick a god and pray gave you away. Shit. I actually forgot that was a Tumblr thing because it's just been in my lexicon for like 10 years.
However,
But there's one thing that I can never forgive.
Really? I don't think there is a command. There's a command to head pat me, and there's a command to head pat Teeny in her streams. But there is not one for chat, unfortunately. Well, no, there isn't a command. It's a channel point redeem.
It's a channel point redeem.
Adorable.
Really?
so
The way everyone else looked at me.
But what were you doing at the Devil's Sacrament? I will simply face God and walk backwards into hell. But yes, one of the channel point redeems on each of our streams actually is for head pats if you wish to provide. That is an option. Always.
I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
however,
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it.
I love how many truly amazing lines are from our silly hell site. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sounds like an invitation for me. Here you go.
I get head pats. Head pats. I get head pats. I get pats. Yay. Thank you.
I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey,
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, but not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that, I didn't know how to respond.
But also, just a thing. Blood is not the only determinator of family. You can also choose your own family if you feel the desire or need. You can make your own family. That is allowed.
So instead, I said nothing.
Chosen family is good. Yeah, found family is a good trope for a reason.
I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long...
It was my birthday. Hey, Merc. Hi, hi, hi.
we finally reached the top. Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch.
How you doing, Merc?
The hatch opened with ease, and so... looks like we're back. Whew. And I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you.
No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. I have a test tomorrow and PT. Best of luck. You totally got this.
So, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out... And I'm worried about you, too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
In other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
However...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. Bleh. And it's not like we can run away.
Honestly, I really vibe with the sentence from Kyoko. Sure, trying to be there with those who raised you is welcome, but A, if someone from your blood is a bad influence, there's nothing inherently wrong with self-care alone. And B, as the often misused saying goes, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Yup. Usually about only half of that phrase is known, but that is the full thing. That is true. I agree. Though I also have duty on Friday and I got watch from 20 to 24. Eesh. You got this, for sure. Another fun phrase that is not usually said in full is Jack of all trades, master of none. But better that than a master of one. Meaning that it's better to be kinda good at a bunch of things rather than being super good at only one thing, which is something that the children in this game have never heard.
As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now?
That is good. Yeah, I like it. It works for me because I have approximate knowledge of many things. Drag them, kids. They deserve it. They've been murdering.
Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations.
That sounds like Makoto. He's mostly lucky, but he does have approximate knowledge of stuff, it seems.
Yeah. I'm still a little, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going.
All right. Let's go. Let's see what happens. Okay, there's the stairs to the second floor of the dorms that I just completely forgot existed. Oops. Should we gamble? We're gambling our lives. Should we gamble our coins as well? You know what? For once in my life, I'm gonna say no to gambling. I'm gonna say no to gambling. We have important things to do. Yeah? Okay, well, don't gotta twist my arm. I have people telling me to do it. Don't gotta twist my arm. Chat's asking for it. I was gonna be cool, but chat's asking for it. She resisted temptation. You think so highly of me, Teeny. You think so highly of me, and I do appreciate it. There we go. If I may, I'd like to ask something. If it goes into spoiler territory, I understand. Ooh, that's a weird looking doll. I got baited. No, I did. I was gonna be strong, and then Teeny said, no, do gotcha. So this is Teeny's fault, actually. Would you consider Kyoko a good person? I think that, as stated for her upbringing, I don't think she is good or evil. Just like I don't think most people are solely good or evil. She does good things. She does good and helpful things. She does care for other people, but she also just let Makoto die for her own gain. I do think she skews more to the good side of things, personally. But also, she just does whatever it takes. Exactly. Exactly. I feel like no people are truly good or evil. I am fully aware I'm putting too much philosophical thought into a silly game about kids murdering each other. However. Alright, more coins. Alright, I can just hold it down. I forgot. More coins. We got a golden idol, apparently. However. Look. She was relieved he didn't die. Yeah, and she did go after him to make sure he's okay. I'm very much so into philosophical talk. Yay! Yeah, I am very much an overthinky kind of person. This has happened many times, especially in the Final Fantasy XIV and Honkai Star Rail streams, where I will just start cooking like mad. I will go off on things. Thank you for sharing your take. I think it's what people would consider mature. Well, I hope so. I am a hag. One would hope that I'm at least a little mature some of the time. Only some of the time, though, for fun. What's this last one? Another weird golden idol. All right. I'm gonna see what that is. I should probably get going, yeah. Yeah, Makoto, you probably should. Although, what the hell is that thing? What the hell is that thing? Royal curry? Oh, it's curry. All right, then. Golden airplane. A golden sculpture said to represent a plane or spaceship. It was found in ruins in Colombia, dated around 1000 CE, indicating to some that this represents an OOP art. So it's aliens. Understood. It is aliens. Good to know. All right. Let's face this bear. It's time to face down this bear.
Well now.
Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here?
That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay?
You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you? What? So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again. And this time I won't leave anything to chance.
Kyoko.
Right. Do whatever you feel you have to.
What?
But before you do, let me just say one thing. If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? I lose? You explain yourself! What do you mean by that?
Because...
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right?
I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me. I consider her more of a good person than someone who's flat out morally gray or amoral, but I also understand that she can't really be called a hero or like, yeah, she's a little more like an anti-hero in a way. She's not Superman. She's a vigilante. She's Batman. She's not Superman. She's Batman. Overall on the side of good and justice, but definitely not too concerned all the time about what it takes to get there. I was supposed to be chosen as the Blackened and then executed, right? I can see why she would be lawful neutral, but I can see her as having some good leniency. Yeah, not Batman. You know what, fair. He does have rules that he follows. He does have lines. That is true. Kage's got a point. But yeah, definitely lawful neutral. 100% for Kyoko.
Hey, what are you talking about?
And I would say, Monokuma would be lawful evil. Not Batman, Rorschach. Yes, absolutely. She's more like Rorschach than Batman. Kage is absolutely correct. But yeah, Monokuma, lawful evil. Lawful evil. Wants to cause a bunch of harm and suffering, wants to cause despair, but has a set of rules, sticks to it. Lawful. Lawful.
However,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. Oh, alter ego! You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
am I wrong?
I do agree. When I hear people talking about the mastermind, they usually place them in chaotic evil, likely due to their personality stereotype. I am thankful for your take, though. Yeah. I feel like for a really long time, lawful versus chaotic has been taken like literally with the word law, as in follows the rule of law, does things by the legal books, and chaotic is not doing that, doing whatever the hell they want. I view it differently. And this is how you can actually play a lawful evil character or a lawful character at all without being a total stick in the mud all the time, because that can be difficult. A lot of people don't like playing lawful oriented characters in D&D because then something messed up is going to happen, because it always does, and they're the ones who have to sit there and be like, well, we can't do it, I'm gonna be mad if we do it, and things like that. Lawful sticks to their own rules. Exactly. In my personal reading of it, the lawful alignment is sticking to rules. Not necessarily the rules of the land, not necessarily the law of a country. If they come up with their own creed, with their own rules of engagement, with their own rules for, say, a game that they are participating in, like Monokuma, and they stick to those rules, and that is important, to stick to those rules as much as possible, even above all else, that is a lawful character. In my opinion, that is a lawful character. Another thing that likely confuses them is the personality. They imagine someone serious and cold as lawful and someone bombastic and silly as chaotic, when truth be told, how someone acts and what someone believes are not always one and the same. Exactly. You can sit there and say, yeah, no, Monokuma acts really weird and all over the place. Why would we not call that chaotic? You can act chaotically and have your alignment be lawful. Went to get water and opera sing to my loud neighbors. Oh, did they enjoy it? Because teeny singing is very nice, I will say. Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Muguro. You did.
Listen to
So
me.
executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? They BM loud again. Yeah. Turn this into a D&D session. That's fine.
Do not apologize. I love D&D. That's literally what I was doing yesterday, was running a D&D game. That's why I wasn't streaming on Tuesday. That's why I don't stream on Tuesdays, because I have D&D every Tuesday.
And that means I lose. You talk a big game. You're saying the blackened is me and not Makoto.
Well,
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that.
What is this, a comedy routine? To make such a bold claim without a shred of evidence.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth.
Oh, now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
However,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
what the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence.
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
that's what we have to
then
do.
I suggest you take my advice. Kyoko isn't quite good, but she's not heartless either. As much as she tries to hide it, she cares about some people, and she's not completely lawful neutral. On the other hand, she outright admits that morality and the feelings of others comes second to the truth, so she can't be lawful good. So I would say she's probably closer to neutral good. Neutral good to true neutral. Straddling that a little bit. Get his ass, yeah.
So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial. One last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. I didn't mean to belittle your take. I agree and understand that lawful neutral is fitting. No. You're good. You're good. You are not belittling my take. You are not belittling my take. Not even a little bit. People can have different opinions without one person saying that theirs is better or more correct. That's all. We have different ways of looking at it. That's all.
Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed.
Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes.
Now, what you've...
Now, what you've suggested might be possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
in other words...
Does that mean you accept? Not the bear puns. Yeah. I just don't want to feel like I'm gatekeeping. No, you're fine. You are just fine. Don't worry, noob. Remember, we made a deal. If I do something bad, you will tell me, and if you do something bad, I will tell you. We got that deal. We made that handshake.
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it will cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory? Let's have one final grisly showdown.
He agreed. And we still have a shot at this.
But this is a long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end. So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here.
All the mysteries?
That's right. Every last mystery that's pouring around the school. If you can do that,
can barely contain myself!
Then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you!
It's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school,
You guys!
then you win. But if you can't do all that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
He's just putting the bear in anywhere he is.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair?
I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
I think she's in between. I think some charts refer to the area between lawful neutral and lawful good as lawful moral.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot.
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that.
Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception? Then it's part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro...
That's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth?
Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden?
Now I'm really angry!
I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya?
Why so mad?
He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone. Get out of here.
Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go?
I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment, overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto. Let's go.
Okay.
That's a lot of poo-hoo-hoos. Thank you for letting me ramble. Noob, I ramble all the time. If I did not let you guys ramble, that would be incredibly hypocritical.
Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. I could hardly believe it, but somehow, I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
however,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us.
Yeah, true.
But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal.
But honestly, why would the Mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so...
They had no choice but to accept.
Huh?
Because...
It's all because of that one moment the Mastermind let down their guard, like I said.
So when was it that the Mastermind let their guard down?
So...
I wasn't there to hear it myself. But do you remember what the Mastermind said? They said that they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right?
Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right?
Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off,
However,
and yet somehow the Mastermind was able to do it.
in other words...
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult.
A reason?
So...
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost.
us killing each other. I do get there's such a thing as a nice ramble and a bad one. You're good. You're good. Don't even worry. If it was a ramble that we did not have time for, then I would just let chat scroll and you can ramble to chat. It is all good. It is perfectly fine. Don't worry. They wanted to show the world? The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
In other words,
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope, to kill each other and sink into despair. The mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right. It is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you. And yet, that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very
At
least,
least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules, to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge.
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got the chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet.
Whew.
But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sigh of relief. Think I got one? Oh, man. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd shown my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. I didn't notice at the time, but how neat and interesting is this when coupled with the V3 story? Yeah! And see, that is why, even though so many people complained about V3's story, I still love it. I still love it. I think it's so well done, especially when taken not as a standalone, but in conjunction with the rest of the series, because that was the point. The point of V3 is that it is everything that this series is. Everything that it is, everything that it has, everything that it stands for. Everything distilled into one game to really grab you by the head and make you look at it and say, "Are you sure?" I love it. I love it. And the ending gets that through so well. I love it so much. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. We can't defeat the mastermind. It'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. Gonna put it better myself. I say words good on occasion. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible? Huh?
anyway,
Right now we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in the dorms somewhere. Shall we go? And we will go next time. Because it's late. It is late and I'm sleepy. It's late and I'm sleepy and I want to go to bed. It's late and I'm a sleepy bitch. It's late. And I am the bitch of sleepies. It is really late actually, yeah. We only went like 40 minutes over. It's fine. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for being here. And that goes for all of you. Thank you so much for being here. And it's a good time. It is. It is. So next time, i.e. tomorrow, we'll be back tomorrow. You are no B word. You're very nice and pleasant. Thank you. I appreciate that. I just lurk. Lurking is important. Lurkers are part of a healthy stream ecosystem. If you don't have lurkers, something is wrong. And I will stand by that. And it's not just because I am a serial lurker myself. I genuinely believe if you want to have a good foundation, you need to have lurkers. It's very important. All right, let me figure out who we're going to raid. But I am very glad that you guys all got to come and hang out and have fun. In fact, those numbers of computers left on, they count for Twitch. Exactly. Which is why, and here's a pro tip for you guys, which is why, if you want to support a streamer, but you can't listen to the stream, you need the stream muted, do not mute the stream itself in Twitch in the player. Because then you no longer count as a viewer for the streamer. What you want to do instead is mute the tab in your browser. If you mute the tab in your browser, but you keep the stream itself unmuted, it still counts as a viewer for the streamer. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. It is very helpful to know. All right, who are we gonna raid today? Who are we gonna raid today? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Oh, it looks like Shemaya is Shemaya's having a, oh my goodness! Guys! Also make sure to check in on stream every now and then or it counts the tab as inactive and won't count you. Yes, you gotta click back onto it every so often, but you can mute the tab and it will still count. So just click back onto the tab every so often. Mute the tab in the browser instead of in the player. And there you go. Yeah. We are going to be raiding Shemaya, actually, because Shemaya hit 10K. We are raiding Shemaya. She is doing a big old 10K celebration, so of course we are raiding Shemaya. We are going to be part of that celebration. I am so happy for her. I am so happy for her. We are raiding Shemaya. 100% we are raiding Shemaya. Oh, nice. Yeah. She deserves it. She's so good. She's so great. And she's doing card packs. She is also opening Pokemon card packs. So if you enjoy Pokemon card opening, it's Shemaya time. All right. I'm going to get this raid set up. I need to go kind of quick so I can go pass out because I got work tomorrow. But know this. I will be back tomorrow as well. 7 p.m. Eastern. We are investigating this school and figuring this out. See you there? Don't forget, I will miss you if you are not there. I will be sad. I need you to know that I will be sad if you're not there. All right, I'm going to get this raid started. I will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful evening or day or whatever. Let's effing go! Yeah! Let's effing go to bed. We're going to go to bed. Have a great night, everyone. I will see you back here tomorrow. We have a lot of investigating to do, and I'm going to need your help. All right. Good night. Bye-bye.